Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Why Milwaukee Bucks should trade for underrated Golden State Warriors youngster, per analysis. Moody's journey with the Golden State Warriors has been one of promise and challenge. As a first-round draft pick in 2021, he has struggled to carve out a consistent role on a team with immense depth. When given the opportunity, Moody has shown flashes of his potential, demonstrating an ability to be a scoring threat off the bench. However, with experienced veterans like All-Star guard Klay Thompson ahead of him, Moody has had to fight an uphill battle for playing time. As the Warriors front office evaluates the team's future, they face a decision on Moody's role. If he is unable to secure a more substantial part in the rotation, it may be in his best interest to explore opportunities elsewhere, where he can maximize his on-court experience and development. If the Warriors don't see any need for Moody, they could trade him in the offseason to get some value in return. In an article for Behind the Buck Pass, Thompson'S explained why the Bucks front office should go for him. Golden State missed the playoffs in 2024 and must pick a direction. Klay Thompson is a free agent, and the Warriors must add talent to return to title contention. Their spending is a concern, which throws another wrench into their plans. If the Dubs decide to give their dynasty a few more cracks, Moody could be traded for win-now help. The Bucks must upgrade on the wing, and Moody could be impactful on both ends of the floor. Golden State might flip the 22-year-old for win-now help, with Milwaukee jumping in as the third team. Some rebuilding teams would prefer draft capital and may jump at the chance to trade Moody for a first-round pick, Sell wrote. It remains to be seen whether Moody will be made available by the Dubs or not. If it's the former, the Bucks may stand to become better if they make the move for him. Nick Wright has a strong belief about Klay Thompson's future. The Golden State Warriors dynasty has greatly declined over the last year or two, and it could suffer another major blow in just a few weeks. Klay Thompson, one of their main stars over the last decade, is about to become a free agent, and it will be hard for the Warriors to re-sign him, given how far they are over the salary cap. Thompson recently unfollowed the team on social media, and Nick Wright said on Fox Sports 1's First Things First that he believes the 34-year-old is going to end up leaving the Bay Area. Golden State won the NBA championship just 2 years ago, and with young studs such as Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and Kevin Looney, it looked like they would have a legitimate chance at winning another world title. But last season, they couldn't win or play defense on the road, and they ended up losing in the second round of the playoffs. This year, they didn't even make the playoffs after losing their play-in tournament contest to the Sacramento Kings. After tearing his ACL in 2019 and tearing his Achilles in 2020, Thompson isn't quite the player he used to be, either offensively or defensively. Prior to those injuries, he was one of the greatest three-point shooters in basketball history, but now, his three-point accuracy fluctuates from game to game, and he isn't the stellar defender he used to be either. Still, Thompson has won 4 Larry O'Brien trophies, and that experience could prove to be invaluable for the team he suits up for next season. Fresh off his worst performance since all the way back in 2012-23, Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors is set to hit NBA free agency. Despite Thompson's lackluster 2023-24 campaign and his advanced age of 34, there are going to be a number of teams interested in his services. Sure, a return to Golden State seems pretty likely. But it's going to be all about the market the 4-time NBA champion receives. We've already read reports of one Eastern Conference playoff team being interested in Thompson. We can now add another to the mix. After losing to the New York Knicks in the first round of the NBA playoffs, reports indicate that Philadelphia is in the market for wing help. It has been linked to 9-time Los Angeles Clippers All-Star Paul George. Another name set to hit the open market has also popped up as a real possibility. According to this note from Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, Thompson will also be on the Sixers' radar once the market opens up this summer. Advertisement: The Sixers, sources said, took note of Indiana's 2-year splurge for Bruce Brown that then became the biggest salary headed back to Toronto in exchange for Siakam. Veteran wings like Klay Thompson and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope would fall on the Sixers' list of targets for similar 1+1 contracts, sources said. Report on Philadelphia 76ers' interest in Klay Thompson. The question here is whether Thompson would be willing to take a shorter-term contract. Based on his age, regression, and history of injuries, that might be what the market dictates. Of course, he'd be a backup option if Philadelphia can't land a better player in either free agency or on the trade block. Last season saw Thompson average 17.9 points on 43% shooting, including a 39% mark from three-point range. Philadelphia is obviously in the market for wing help to go with guard Tyrese Maxey and star center Joel Embiid. Klay Thompson, reportedly seeking 3-year contract, could join Golden State Warriors' rival. The possibility of Klay Thompson leaving the Golden State Warriors after 13 seasons is increasing. Thompson is slated to hit NBA free agency next month. Things don't seem to be going swimmingly when it comes to extension talks between the 4-time champion and his team. We've read rumors of several teams potentially being interested in Thompson should he leave the Bay Area. That includes the Philadelphia 76ers and Orlando Magic back east. We're now hearing some more on Thompson's market. Per Monty Poole of NBC Sports Bay Area, Thompson is seeking at least a 3-year deal. Thompson realizes that at the age of 34, he is not going to get a max 5-year contract. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith also notes that Thompson has interest in joining the Los Angeles Lakers should he bolt Golden State in free agency. Even if D'Angelo Russell opts out of his $18.69 million contract for next season, the Lakers wouldn't have enough money to sign Thompson outright. Instead, GM Rob Pelinka and company would have to work out a sign-and trade with Golden State. That would likely include Austin Reeves heading up north. Whether this is something that would interest in the Lakers brass remains to be seen. Klay Thompson stats: 2023-24, 17.9 ppg, 3.3 rpg, 2.3 apg, 43% shooting, 39% three-point. Thompson is coming off his worst statistical performance since his sophomore campaign back in 2012-13. Even then, he'd provide the spacing Los Angeles was missing during a 2023-24 campaign that resulted in a first-round exit in the NBA playoffs. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.